Hey, elevate, elevate. Only obligation is to tell it straight.
What's up guys, it's Aisha. Welcome back to my channel, and as you can see by the title, this is going to be a get ready with me video. This is new for my channel. Typically I don't do these kind of videos, but I figured it would be a lot of fun, and I also wanted to feature the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered Palette. You guys saw that I hauled this a few videos ago. I've been playing with it and I figured I would go ahead and do a look for you guys and a little chit chat story time. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look with this palette and hearing a funny story time about me and some friends, then please keep watching the video. And you guys, thumbs up if you like the new background. Literally our guest room is packed to the max with gifts from the bridal shower and everything. Gifts keep coming in, and I'm definitely not complaining, but there's just really no room in there for me to film. So hopefully you guys like this setup. If you do, give it a big thumbs up and let me know. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So I'm going to start off with priming my skin with this Smashbox Photo Finish Even Skin Tone Primer. Just looks like this. So you guys, I've never done this before where I'm just like filming the video or putting makeup on and also telling a story. So hopefully I can do it without, I don't know, it taking me too long. So yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, I actually studied abroad in Costa Rica in college. And you guys, I'm going to be avoiding my eyebrows if I didn't say that already with the makeup, because I don't want to get anything on it, because I literally cannot wash my eyebrows for the next 10 days. I lived in Costa Rica for a year. So I got my beauty blender here. I'm actually going to be using my Fenty Beauty foundation. This is in the color 380. So yeah, I'm going to use a little bit, one pump of the Fenty Beauty, and then I'm also going to mix it with my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte foundation. I love this stuff. It's a nice, cheap, affordable foundation that's matte, and this is in the color Soft Sable 111. So I lived in Costa Rica for a year. I studied abroad to learn Spanish. For those of you guys who don't know, I do speak fluent Spanish. About 80% of my patients are at work speak only Spanish. So I've learned the majority of my Spanish while studying abroad in Costa Rica. So anyway, I lived in Costa Rica for 3 months was the original plan. When I went there to study abroad, I was originally going to go for 3 months, but then I ended up loving it. Like, oh my God, I just did not feel like I was ready to leave after 3 months. So I ended up transitioning from the host family that I was living with to moving into like a dorm type of thing with other American like exchange students, or just exchange students in general, but they typically were American. So I ended up moving into this like communal kind of building or whatever, and I had like a room or whatever, and ooh, did I get some makeup in my hair? So yeah, I ended up moving into this apartment building type of thing, and I had like roommates who were also there during the first 3 months that I was there, because I went with this, like, I went through my university, but there were also people there at the same time who went to the same university that I was at through like different programs through their university. So for like the first 3 months of being there, every weekend, when, you know, during Monday through Friday we were in school taking like Spanish classes, and then on the weekend we would go on excursions to different parts of Costa Rica to do like different activities and stuff. So I got to meet a lot of people, and so there were a few people who were there during the first 3 months who decided to stay longer just like I did. So we all like kind of found out that we all wanted to stay longer and decided to move into this building together. So one of the girls who moved into the building with me, who shall remain anonymous because we're still friends to this day, I love her to death, so we'll call her Joan just for the purposes of this video. We'll call her Joan. So I moved in with Joan, and like I said, we were just kind of roommates because she had a different room, but it was all in the same like little building. You guys, I love this foundation. It's really good. I love I'm not a person who likes their foundation to be really thick. I kind of like my skin to shine through. I don't like that super matte or full coverage look. I'm more of a medium coverage type of person, and I really like to blend everything out with the Beauty Blender. So yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. You can still see like I have like a blemish here. I'm not really all that obsessed with covering up, to be honest with you. I'm okay with it. I love this big mirror on this palette. It's like huge, so I don't have to worry about having a mirror. So anyway, guys, we all move into this apartment or whatever, and we pretty much just party all the time. We pretty much just like go out every weekend. We go to class and do what we have to do the basics that we need to do to stay there, but then we also like to party and kind of go out or whatever. So fast forward to like maybe 3 or 4 months into when we were, sorry guys, this is the translucent medium deep Laura Mercier setting powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my makeup, set my face. So we're living, one of the landlords, one of his biggest rules was that he didn't want us having locals in the apartment. So when you go to Costa Rica, they call themselves ticos or ticas. So tico is masculine, tica is feminine. So he would always tell us like, don't let any of the, you know, ticos in, because you never know, like you know, Costa Rica is a third world country, so the poverty there is different from the poverty here. Like there are a lot of really poor people there, and people kind of have the idea that if you're American that you're really rich, you know, really wealthy or whatever. So we kind of were targets. So he always tried to warn us against like allowing anybody to come into the building or whatever, because he didn't want us to be like get robbed or anything. And a lot of people got robbed during the time that I was there. So for the most part we listened to that advice, but this one particular night we decided to go down to the corner store like we did like every weekend to get pre-mixed like drinks. They always came together. We used to get things called Cuba Libres, and so that's rum and coke, and it was already pre-mixed in a can. So you guys, I'm just gonna, like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to this look. I'm just going to see what I come up with. And so I'm gonna start out with the base color for my lid with this sandalwood color, just like a taupey kind of light brown color. And I'm using the brush that came with one of my Naked palettes, so there's no name or number on here. So I'm just gonna put this all over my lid. So yeah guys, we went to the corner store, and on our way there we ran into these guys. And mind you, I had a boyfriend at the time. I had been dating this guy for a while. So we ran into these guys, and it was basically, you know, we were gonna have a party, like a bit of a party that night, because the apartment that we lived in had a rooftop. So we were like, you know, let's invite these guys over. Like they seem harmless enough. And Joni, she was single, so she was always down to kind of mingle and have a good time. So we're like, okay, let's invite these guys over. Let's go get our drinks and invite them over. So we invite them over, we hang out, we have like a really good time. My boyfriend's over, his friends are over. We have like a really, really good time. And then eventually me and my boyfriend, we decide to like go to bed or whatever. I really like this color. So we decided to go to bed or whatever, and Joni and the two guys are the only ones that are left, and they're kind of upstairs or whatever, still on the rooftop, just kind of drinking and probably smoking. I don't really know, but just having like a good time. And so at one point in the middle of the night, you guys, I wake up to my bedroom door being open. Like it was slowly like opening, and I was like kind of like in denial, like who would be opening my door, and halfway still like really sleep. So I kind of was just like it's probably fine, because when I woke up, and you know, maybe whoever was opening the door when I woke up heard that I woke up. So I woke up, I looked at the door to see if it was really like opening, but it had stopped opening. But it certainly was open, but when I woke up to look, it had stopped opening. So I ended up, I can't remember if I locked my door or if I just went back to sleep. Sorry guys, so I'm gonna go in now with this henna color. It's just like more of a burnt kind of copper brown. I'm gonna go right in with that one with the same brush. I'm not even using different brushes. So this is really hard. So, and I'm just gonna put this on like the outer corner of my eye, like that. Instead of the whole eye, I'm just putting it on the outer corner. So then I went back to sleep, you guys. I was just like, maybe somebody was coming into the wrong room. They realized when they opened the door that it wasn't the right room, whatever. So then the next morning, I'm knocking on Joan's door because, you know, it's locked, and usually we just kind of like open each other's door. We did at that time or whatever. And so when it was locked, I ended up knocking on the door, and then I realized like the guests, both guests, were still in the room. So then finally she opens the door, and and she realizes when she opens the door, because when I knock on the door, that's when she wakes up, and she sees one of the guys is still like in her bed with her, and she freaks out because, you guys, this guy, he had really bad acne, like really bad acne. So she just like freaks out and tells him to get the hell out of her bed. She's just like, what the heck, get out, like go. So this guy ends up leaving or whatever, but it's just one, even though, mind you, when I went to bed the night before, the two guys were still up there, but the next morning it was just the one. And so the guy had the really bad acne, and he left. And so we end up trying to like do our homework. And sorry guys, I'm gonna go in with this trust fund. It's one of the, I don't know what the formula is for this. It's one of the shimmer shades. It's one of the ones you have to use like with your hand. It's really pretty, but it's hard to pick it up on a brush. So I'm just gonna use my hand to put it on and just kind of pat it in. You guys see that? Because you really can't pick up this color with a brush. So we end up later that day getting ready to like do our homework, and you know, we're in the living room, and Joan's like, okay, well, let me go get my computer so we can start doing our homework. And she goes, Aisha, oh my God, have you seen my computer? And I'm like, no. I go in the room and I help her to try to find her computer. We're looking around and stuff, and she's like, this is where I usually keep it. Like, I don't know where it would be, like how it would be gone or whatever. So the computer we can't find. We're looking all over for it. Really pretty. We're looking all over for it. She can't find it. And then she's like, well, like trying to look for her camera. She's like, oh, okay, well, I usually keep my computer next to my camera. And she's like, but where's my camera? Like, my camera's not here anymore. And so now we can't find her computer, we can't find her camera. And then we see her wallet is like on her desk. So we look at her wallet, and she goes inside of it and realizes all her money is gone. So literally, you guys, the two Ticos that the landlord warned us about, like not just taking random people off the street that we see outside and allowing them to come into the apartment. We did that, and Joan ended up hooking up with both of them, and then getting robbed. Because what happened is the other accomplice had already left by morning with the items, and the other guy got kicked out like pretty much as soon as she woke up, so she wasn't able to assess the damage until after he was gone. So yeah, I realized, and you guys, I'm about to use this BH Cosmetic number 5 brush, a bit of a fluffy brush to blend out the shadow. So basically, you guys, I put 2 and 2 together, and the reason my door was opening in the middle of the night was because apparently one of these guys were trying to rob me too. So I was so grateful that I ended up waking up, because I think what happened was they realized that I was awake, or you know, the guy realized I had woken up, and so he closed the door back. So, and I'm not even a light sleeper, so I don't even know how I woke up, but I'm so grateful that I did, because my camera and computer and Lord knows what else would have been gone as well. So I was like so grateful that I woke up when I did. And so you guys, the story doesn't even end there. What happened was later, our roommate, he realized, because you know we had 2 guy roommates as well, he realized that his camera was gone. So these guys are super bold, because that one, he went into our male roommate's room and stole his camera as well. He just didn't wake up. So yeah, guys, it was crazy to say the least. Yeah, it was a very interesting situation to find ourselves in. But yeah, we actually, I mean, we laugh about it now, but of course then it was like super scary, and we're like, okay, we understand now, never letting any random people into our house after that. So yeah, guys, that is the story, my Costa Rican story of a threesome and a robbery. It didn't involve me in the threesome, but my friend had the threesome and she got robbed, unfortunately. So that was really unfortunate for her, but we definitely learned a lesson with that. So now, you guys, I'm gonna go in with my NYX matte liquid liner and do a bit of a wing line. I'm not usually a wing liner kind of person, especially lately. I just feel like I don't really do my makeup that much, and so when I do, a wing liner is a little high maintenance, so I never really end up doing one. Like you can tell I haven't done this in a moment. But yeah, you guys, I had a really amazing time in Costa Rica. Like, I did not expect it to end up being like an experience of a lifetime. Like, sometimes I want to go back, but then I'm just kind of like, it's never gonna be what it was at that time. So it's like, I almost like want to leave it at that, because it's never something that can be recreated. Like, I'm never gonna have that mindset again. I'm never going to be as like gullible, or you know, I'm never gonna be thinking like how I was back then, just because I've grown up so much. Ooh. But definitely it was like one of the best experiences of my life. And I'm still friends with like a lot of people that I went to Costa Rica with. Like, we're friends on like social media and stuff. So it's nice to kind of still see that they're out there and doing well. This stuff is like drying up, so that's why this wing liner is just really not what's up. But normally I really like it, but it's definitely starting to dry up. So that's good enough. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use this Sonia Kashuk Kajal eyeliner. You guys, I don't think Sonia Kashuk does makeup anymore. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but they used to have makeup at Target. And now all I notice is like brushes and like sponges and stuff. I don't think they make makeup anymore, but I love this eye pencil. I've gotten it a couple times. It's nice and thick. And they also had a bronzer that I really loved. So it sucks that they got discontinued, but their sponges are really good too. I have their sponges. Now I'm gonna go in with this black shadow called Black Truffle from the palette, and then just kind of smudge out the eyeliner or the lower lid liner. I'm just gonna use my finger actually. And this is like a really, really black liner. These shadows are super pigmented. Like super, super pigmented. This has turned into a very dramatic eye. This is not an everyday look, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna go in with some blush. I'm gonna use the Becca blush. This is in the color Snapdragon. It's this beautiful pink color, just looks like this. I hauled this not too long ago, and it turns out I love it. I love how it gets like the perfect little sheen. And then you guys, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. I love this palette as well. You can see I've gotten a lot of use out of it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight. This one is like the Barbados. It's like a cream highlight, and then the rest of them are powder. So what I usually like to do is go in with my finger in Barbados and put it in the places that I like to highlight, which is like my nose, of course, over my lip, my cheek, just right over top of the blush, so I can kind of mute out the blush a little bit. And sometimes I do bring this up around my eyebrows and stuff, but I'm not going to, because like I said, I'm trying to keep the makeup away from my eyebrows so it's easy to clean off later. So now I'm going to go in with this Bora Bora color right down here. And this is the BH Cosmetic blush brush. It's number 1. I really like this brush. This highlight is so good, you guys. I love it. So good. So yeah, you guys, like I said, Costa Rica was like one of the best experiences ever. I had a lot of fun when I was there. I met a lot of friends. My Spanish pretty much, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but more often than not, like, I'll understand what a person's telling me. Because like I said, about 80 to 85% of my patients are all Spanish speaking. I do it all day long, and so of course living in Costa Rica, speaking Spanish all the time, reading Spanish all the time was obviously very, very helpful in helping me to become fluent. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC, what is this, Chestnut, and I'm gonna line my lips. I love this color, it's so pretty. And then I'm gonna fill in my lips, you guys, with this Tarte lip paint. This is in the color, I actually don't know the color. Oh, birthday suit. I actually got this as a little sample or birthday gift or something. So I'm gonna fill this in. I really like this color. It's a bit of a light nude, light pinky nude, which is why I outline my lips with like a darker color so that it can look right. Because on its own, it's too light for me. So you guys can see that the lip liner really kind of muted down this nude so it's not so white pinky. I feel like it turned out really cute. I'm just going to use my favorite freaking mascara. I've used this mascara for forever. I don't think I'll go to any other mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous, excuse me, curved brush mascara. I love it. I love the curved brush. I love a thick brush. I cannot stand a skinny brush. If you got a skinny brush mascara, then I don't want it. Get it out of my face because it doesn't do anything for me. So yeah. And I love that it's like pretty cheap. You know, it's like $6.99 or something like that. And you can get it anywhere. And I think it's better than most even higher end mascaras. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. I think it turned out pretty good for my first time doing a get ready with me on camera. I think the shadow turned out pretty well. Again, I'm not a makeup artist by any means or a beauty guru, so do not come for me if anything is less than perfect, because this is just meant to be like a fun little chatty get ready with me with the Huda Beauty palette, which I really do enjoy, and every time I use it, I'm even more convinced that it's going to be my palette for the wedding. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed this kind of video, then you know what to do. Give it a big thumbs up because it really does help my channel. Leave in the comment section below if you've tried this palette and what you think of it. Also, you guys let me know if you've ever traveled anywhere, if you studied abroad somewhere, or if you have any funny stories. Leave them in the comment section below. And if you like this kind of video, just me kind of chatting, telling you a story, getting to know me a little bit better about, you know, things that have happened in my life, then let me know. Leave the comments below, like the video, because then that way I know that you like this sort of thing. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, it's free, and then make sure you hit that bell so that you get notifications from me every single time I upload. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say. So until my next video guys, I will talk to you very soon. Bye.